Hey, Home Gallery crew. Welcome back to Home Gallery Spotlights. I'm your host, April Rodriguez.
I'm Anthony Spartacus Tamayo.
And today we're here with local visual artist Andre Hernandez. How are you doing, Andre?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, no problem. I saw that you're displaying your artwork at South by Southwest this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's actually at a gallery called the Shop Gallery. And they invited me 2 years ago, actually. But FedEx kind of delayed the shipment, so
oh, no.
yeah, they weren't unveiling.
FedEx.
Yeah, so it sucks. But luckily, I had the last three here today, and then I have a new 4 that I did this year showing as well. So I have a total of 7.
It's super exciting.
Nice. Yeah, it's a little small, but in something, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome. Is this your first time displaying with them?
Technically, yes.
Yeah,
Speaking,
cool.
yeah, technically.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Andre Hernandez. I'm a Peak Riviera native.
Nice.
I'm 23, going to 24 next month in April.
So your birthday is next month.
Yeah, April 2nd.
Nice.
Oh, wow. It's like there.
Right around the corner. Yeah.
Aries.
Yeah, it's Aries season.
Yeah. I'm March 22nd, so I'm an Aries as well.
We're going to be thriving.
Yeah, there you go. We're born in spring.
Yeah. I listen to music about 99% of the time. That's something I do other than painting. I just dwell into looking for new music. House and techno is my favorite genres. I love digital work more than actually painting.
Really?
Like a lot of my influences are more digital based.
Who are some of your favorites?
Like Ash Thorpe, Beeple, G Monk. My friend Houston, he's a crazy digital artist. He just started from the ground up. There's a lot, but I can't really name them off the top of my head.
That's okay.
There's too many influences.
So you prefer the digital work over like these stickers, which I'll show you guys in the video.
This is digital?
Yeah, that's all Photoshop.
Wow. That's pretty, because I've been trying to dabble it in myself, and this is another level. Like there's a guy named Boss Logic. You ever hear of that guy?
No.
He does a lot of really good digital stuff, mostly around comic book characters and stuff, or Mortal Kombat, like who he believes should play certain roles. Like he had Michael Fassbender as Raiden. It was really good digital art that he puts there, and John Bernthal as Cabal, and it was really cool. You should look him up. He's pretty good, Boss Logic.
But you prefer that over like the spray painting or acrylic?
Well, influences wise, yeah. Like personally, I enjoy painting more.
I see.
But I have like an alter ego in the digital world. Like my work is
cool.
a little bit more like gravitate to like the darker side digitally,
I see, yeah.
and I just kind of like that more.
That's cool. How did you get started doing your style of art?
I was in Photoshop around like high school. That's when I got into Photoshop and designing things, and like it's kind of nerdy, but like then like Call of Duty was a big thing. So like clans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I liked like the graphic designers. So like I did like the logos and stuff for players and whatnot.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's how I got into Photoshop. And then I was going to college for graphic design, and then my laptop was stolen from me. Yeah, so like I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, I had no Photoshop, like
I'd be devastated.
Yeah, I was like, well.
It's so funny how like your craft or whatever it is that you hold dear to you, at some point it gets taken. Like I massage therapy. I got my car stolen. I had my massage table in there and my video cameras where I do the fighting and stuff like that. Everything was taken, and then now I gradually got it all back. It
comes in a full circle, but
it's
devastating. You're like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I just got into painting. One day I was like, I need a creative outlet.
Yeah.
So I just went to Michael's, picked up some like the little basic art paint kits and like some canvases, and I don't know, I kind of just gravitated towards painting stuff. Like I was always into graffiti art and street art because my dad, was always into graffiti and stuff like that. So I had like that influence, and a lot of the artists I looked up to at the time. This was like before Instagram even was really popular. Like, you really didn't see art like how it is, like just it's oversaturated now.
In your face all the
time.
time.
Like it wasn't there back then. So like to find it, like you had to look at like websites, blogs, or magazines. Like it wasn't there for you. So so like I had the graffiti art there. So like I did a lot of like lettering and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But just like simple lettering, like an E with like maybe like embezzled or embossed or something with like some abstract background and stuff like that. So that's how I got into spray paint too. I was like, I didn't know where to buy spray paint, and one of my friend Tommy, he recommended me some spray paint shop in La Habra called RD's Art Supplies.
That's we've been there before.
Yeah,
I think I got
place.
it from you though. You had posted it up, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because same thing.
Yeah, even their paints are. I don't know what they do, but it's a little. It not only smells better, but it's a little bit less toxic for you.
Depending on
yeah,
the brand
like-
you
yeah,
get.
Yeah, they get those 94s, man.
Yeah, they smell like chocolate.
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
I'm gonna go straight. I know. I wear the mask and stuff, but you can still. Yeah, you're right. It smells like chocolate. You know, I can't believe
Like-
it. The fluorescents are really dang too.
Yeah, you love 'em. Not healthy, but it's worth it.
Yeah. It's better than the other smell, though.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
if you're gonna get it in your body, it might as well smell good.
Yeah, because like a lot of paints like at Home Depot and stuff, like the Krylons and stuff, like
Yeah.
they're
Mhm.
oil based, so they're a little bit more stronger. But these are acrylic based.
And they just cover so much better.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And the texture of it after when it dries
It's
is
amazing,
way
huh?
better. Yeah,
Yes.
smooth, not so rough.
It
I
feels
love
like
it.
it has primer in it already, even though the ones from Home Depot say they have primer in it. It just doesn't feel like they do.
Unless you get that bucket and you actually
Yeah.
swipe up on it.
A lot of them do. It's like a quality trait that Montanas especially have. So
Yes,
I love
yes.
that a lot.
Where did you go to school?
Well, I was going to Cerritos.
I see.
Yeah, I was going to Cerritos College. I was doing track there, and then that happened to me, and I kind of like got depressed and I dropped out.
Nice.
So kind of just stopped going to school.
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
That wasn't for you.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I just didn't rock with it, and then, but I continued to paint, and I was like, I kind of want to make a future in painting, but I'm not gonna like kill myself over it.
Well, you have a
'Cause
great following.
Yeah.
It's there. It's there.
I know people. It's funny when I talk to people in your class age. He's the same age as Nina,
I see.
and so when I talk to people in your class age, they're always like, "Oh man, Andre! Like he's got a great following on Twitter. You know, like it feels like you keep evolving and growing in your following. You know."
Yeah. Sometimes like last year, for instance, I was stuck at like 3,300 for like the whole year.
I see.
Just because like I don't know, like my inner persona, like I kind of just tweet a lot of like just dumb things, like just like they're like more like on a meme, like just like shit posting and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
obviously it's not professional. We won't follow that, but like this year, like I'm starting to gradually like gain it back. So I just like 4,000 not so long ago. But I do a lot of raffles on Twitter. That's how I get a lot of my
I
following.
see.
Yeah, like I like do like a week raffle like for painting. It's like something small, but just something to constantly bring in new followers.
Yeah.
And just something to like teach myself also like what could I finish and how detailed can I finish something in 2 hours.
That's great.
Like
Oh,
so it's like
that's
a
that's
so
challenging
like,
yourself.
Yeah, so I'm like what could I do that's simple but appealing to the eye that people will actually want and like to share and you know give me like following as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, because not everything's like my thing is like it's not about money. Like I don't need it. Like it's a bonus.
Yeah.
But to feel supported is probably like a better feeling than having materialistic things.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
What do you do for work then?
Actually work for a school district. I'm a warehouse
nice.
worker, so that's what I do Monday through Friday. And I actually like if I had to paint for a living, I don't think I'd want to. Like,
Yeah, that's what
I like the balance of having to like
Nice,
see
yeah.
other people and like actually work for something and then go back and relax.
That's good. I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I work that like it's a morning shift, so it's 6 to like 3.
That's not bad.
And then some days I'm off at 12:30.
Oh,
Like
nice.
today, so I was like, it's perfect. Like
It was like a day at school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Honestly,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Enjoy
Those
it.
are grand hours.
Yeah, seriously. What are some of your other hobbies that you like?
I ride my bike a
I
lot.
see a lot of your pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my friend Lewis, he got me into bike riding and stuff like that. So, it's actually like I have a cyclocross bike,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like more like dirt gravel, like racings like that and stuff like that. But like I average like maybe like 30 miles if I do end up riding somewhere.
Damn.
So I do that. Listen to music. I play a lot of video games as well.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
perfect. We got a video game night coming up.
Yeah.
I have a podcast. Well, we have a podcast called Echoed Influence, and we also want to just kind of branch out for a headquarters for fans. People who like gaming and all that other stuff, art and
Superheroes,
sports
comics.
and superheroes, comic books. And so this night we're gonna have it's a video game night. We have 3 tournaments: Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat, and Injustice.
Okay.
We'll have like other games playing around like Fortnite and stuff while the tournaments are going on, and board games.
That'd be
So
cool.
yeah, we're gonna have
Great.
pizza and stuff there too. Hopefully we see you there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Small little community.
Yeah, we have like a bunch of. I don't know if you know. Do you know who Joseph Olimedo is?
No.
I
No.
think he's
Great.
Joseph's like 19.
Okay.
A little younger.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
I mean, we got a couple guys from El Rancho that already signed up. They're trying to settle scores amongst their homies and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
you got friends that like, hey
They'll
man,
beef
I
up.
want to prove in front of everybody that I'm gonna whoop you. You know.
Yeah. We'd love to see it.
Yeah. What are some video games that you like to play?
Well, right now, like Apex, that's like
I've
It's
heard
something
we
like-
talked
Yeah,
about
when we
that,
did
Yeah.
presentations at the schools, it was Fortnite and Apex.
but I've never heard anything about
Yeah,
Apex.
the kids that like one or the other are talking madness towards the other. Like that, hey, Apex sucks. Hey, Fortnite sucks. Like, whoa, there's clicks.
Yeah.
There's clicks here over video games.
I'm not like a fan of battle royale games, but I just like Apex because it comes from Respawn and they made Timefall 2, which is like one of my favorite first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Like bad marketing, but like it's an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
But I play a lot of indie games as well.
I see.
Like Ruiner's my favorite. Like Inside, Lost, Limbo. And
I like Limbo.
Yeah,
I was
Limbo
playing
is
that one,
fun.
remember?
It's
Is
amazing.
the
that
light?
the one with the ghost? Like,
Yeah,
she's
the
like
little.
a ghost.
It's all black and white.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. That's an ongoing game. We can play that for hours.
And, and Little Nightmares. So like all like platform games, but like they're kind of like it's funny they're like on the darker side as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like I just like storytelling. A quick 4-hour game, amazing like art direction. That's all I care about.
I see.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of God of War.
It's
When it comes to
amazing.
that, it's
It's
just
amazing.
wow. Like the visuals and everything. It was just, I'm supposed to be playing the game, but I'm over there like looking at the flowers.
And
and-
then they have photo mode. And you're there for an hour. and you're like, oh
like,
no.
And I'm like, hey, bro, come here. And she's like, coming rushing in, like, what? I want to look at this flowers. Like, I'm cooking dinner, Anthony. Like.
Or I'm like working on a project and be like, oh, look at this. April, look at this.
Look at the deer.
Look at the water. Look at the water.
And he's like there with his freaking axe. He's just
You get
looking at
lost
the
in it.
flower.
It's hard not to like get lost in like there's subtle gestures that they have in the game, but like they click to you. And
Yeah, you would really appreciate what they were doing too. You go, man, hey, I see you guys. You made the flower beautiful. You made the grass like blades visible.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
lighting's like the dynamic lighting they always have, like the character like. It's crazy, like how much like detail they put into characters' faces. Like when they're swinging or something, like they have subtle
Yes.
gestures, but like
The graphics were amazing, like the interactive of the character. I did a whole freaking podcast episode on it. I'm sorry.
don't even sorry. It's just, like, you have to stand and like there's so many people who, like put work into those things. Like you
The
have
team
to.
of
You
stuff.
have to.
You could see like on the because at the end they have the credits and they have like the team must have had like 100+ people. Just every single day working scene by scene, graphic by graphic on Kratos. It's just amazing too.
And then I probably like Corey. He's the art director or the gaming director actually.
At Santa Monica Studios?
Yeah, Santa Monica Studios, and like he's just a really he seems like a really cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
And like they were interviewing him about like the relationship with him and his son. And like he recorded himself when they released the Metacritic score, and like he had 100%, so he just started bawling and stuff like that. And, like,
oh, that's
it was really cool. Like you
Aww.
kind of like feel for the guy because he put like his whole life into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and not just that, like Kratos evolved with him. You know, if that's the case, and you got a kid, and he really made the kid relative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, like the guy's storytelling is flawless. You know, like Neil Gaiman, it's just flawless. He got something that already kind of existed, like Neil Gaiman did with Sandman. But he got something that was already there, and just like Greek mythology, and started whooping ass. Like I got one guy, he's gonna go in there, clean house, and then I'm done. And he made him a vicious character, and then like, you know what? I have a son. I got time. I'm gonna write another story. And now he's kicking Scandinavian ass. You know, he's whooping all kinds. Yeah.
That's nice.
So now he's whooping all there, and he has a son. It's a totally different Kratos and a totally different game. I loved it. Loved
Proof
it.
he has a weaker side. God's
Yeah.
got weaker sides.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Yes. It's the compassionate. You know?
Yeah.
So, what are some of your goals for yourself as a future artist?
I haven't put too much thought into it, honestly. Like right now, this year, I have a project that I'm working on with a lot of my producer friends. So like 15, 16 guys. They make electronic music on up here. Like it's like wave music.
Oh.
It's technically Yedgar, my friend Yedgar calls it. It's trance and trap and
see.
together.
Trance
It's
and
it's
trap.
it's really it's just really nice and vibey. But so I'm putting them on a cassette tape and I'm doing the whole art direction myself. So I'm designing the
nice.
cassette tape, designing postcards, posters, and stickers, and envelopes and stuff like that. Like I'm pretty much just like making a little packet,
Yeah,
like a little
like an art
bundle.
packet.
Yeah,
I see,
like
nice.
and then all the proceeds are gonna go to like a non-profit organization.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
so just something to keep myself learning the whole experience from
I
start
see.
to finish, like looking for pricings, the best pricings, the best material.
You're
Like,
taking it like one day, one event at a time. Not so much like I don't foresee this whole thing. I kind of just like taking it one day at a time.
just
That's
I have
cool.
like a major plan, and then I, like as long as I have momentum going to like the finished goal, then I know I'm doing something.
Yes.
You know, there's no
Yes.
reason to feel
You're headed
lost.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As long as you know you're going somewhere, then just ride with it. You know, like there's no reason to kill yourself over.
Exactly.
You know, it's just nothing. You get stuck.
Yes.
You just get stuck that way.
Proper
Speaking
mindset.
of stuck, how do you deal with your creative blocks?
I kind of just deal with it. I kind of
Just go
if
through it.
I'm stuck, I'm like, all right, I'm stuck. Like something will come to me. Like I don't know, go do something. I won't stay in my room. That's for sure. Like,
I see.
yeah,
Walk away from it.
Yeah, you have to let it go. Like I'm stuck. Like sometimes yes, I'll get like frustrated. Like I have to finish this, but like, I can't have the motivation. But like you kind of can't tell yourself negative things, because then you're just gonna be stuck in a negative place. So if I'm stuck, I'd be like, I'll go like, I don't know, walk my dog or outside, hang out with friends, like listen. When I know I'm stuck, it's because I'm listening to the same music. That's something I found about myself. So I'll go looking for new music or new genres to like get lost in.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, like, because you say music is very important to you.
Yeah, it's my biggest influence, honestly.
Do you play an instrument?
No, I don't.
No, yes, I very much relate to that. Like, music's such an important thing to me. I just don't understand it on that level.
Yeah.
But it's like, I need it. I need it. Like, when I play video games, I need the background music. I need Kratos to kick ass, to Pantera, whatever, you know? So, yeah, no, I understand that completely. So.
Yeah, so that's it. I'll just listen to music, if anything.
To help get you out of
That's actually good advice, though. Now I'm going to change. Every time I get stuck, I'm going to be like, check my music. Check my music. Am I listening to too much
change
Biggie?
Something. Yeah. You feel like you're going to like, go shoot someone or,
Yeah, no, I don't want
to. This isn't like rap or something, but you know.
That's right.
Yeah, you just need to change your energy a little bit. But, yeah, dealing with that, I think like the best advice I have. Like, tell my friends, like, don't stress out over it. Like, to work on something else or think of something else to do, or just whatever you do, just don't stay where you are. That's like the best thing I could do. Like, it's gonna work out.
We'd love to also, if you wouldn't mind, either sharing or making a playlist for us that we can share.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
yes.
So they can listen to kind of like what and get themselves
what goes
in
through
your
my mind.
your headspace.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your creating environment like?
It's my bedroom.
Yeah.
I paint in my bedroom. I have like a little corner of like my widescreen monitor, my PC, and then like right next to it's like my desk I paint on.
With the spray paints?
Mm-hmm.
In your room, you do it also?
Yeah.
It doesn't get too...
It's not, doesn't, I don't have the fan blowing, the wind's open. It's okay. Like, I'll cover whatever I have to cover, but...
It doesn't go everywhere, though? Like, it doesn't get
on
the
the
floor?
Or...
Or...
Oh, it definitely does. I have a cement floor, so like, I don't care if it's dirty, but like, it's just paint, like, everywhere. Like,
it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's there.
But like, my walls are like all tagged on, and like it's just my room, you know? Like, it's just where like I'm at most of the time, so...
It's a workspace, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it your parents' house, or is it...
It's my parents' house. They're cool with it, though.
I see, okay.
They're very supportive. Like, my parents were like... They were iffy when I dropped out of college. Like, like, obviously every mom and dad wants to see their kid graduate, but they seen, like, where my art's going and how supportive others can be, and, they jumped onto it, so they helped me out, but...
As a teacher, I have to say, though, that I don't think college is necessarily meant for everyone, and it sets people back a lot of times, because it's not meant for them, and college isn't a measure of success or anything like that.
Failure,
it's just a path for certain people.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think it's an experience as well. Like college, it's just whether you go through with it or not, you do learn a lot of experience. A lot of the things that I noticed in college that I learned, like, I'm a massage therapist, so some things that I learned from there, I remember, but then... To be honest, most of the review I watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
I realized I spent thousands of dollars and stuff I could have just, learned from there.
I was talking to my friend Dylan Slate 49 about it. I just even my friend Alan, I saw it on like a Twitter discussion. We were just messing around. He's like, "College is a scam." I'm like, "I'm told you, just drop out. Like, just drop out. Like, as long as you put your 10,000, quote unquote 10,000 hour project, like it's gonna work out. Like, either go to school or not. Like, you're putting 10,000 hours.
That's how people learn before.
Yeah. And it's ridiculous, like how like all that shit. Just like if you can just get a little piece of that budget and just give it to them.
It's true. When you put it towards something that you're really passionate about, you could really.
It'll work. Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna have like a degree. A lot of if you're looking for like a creative field, like game studios or something, like they might want someone with a degree just because they have proof, I guess, you know what I mean. But then you have to work on your portfolio as well. So if your portfolio outweighs the person with a degree, I mean, obviously your time went invested into the right place.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
It's like as long as you put like investing time in yourself and what you want to do, and it's like good quality, and you're doing good work, then
you think about those dudes who hack online and stuff, and how there's guys who work at the CIA or FBI that kind of have that job,
yeah,
and then they get booted because some freaking kid hack their firewall so easy, and they're like, yeah, no, get out of here, dude.
We don't need you.
Yeah, you're not passionate about this. Guy has no degree, but he can really hack your ass, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the difference, I think. Undeniable skill.
Yeah, it's there. It's there, honestly.
Definitely. And I think that was something that Nina was trying to do. Do you know Nina?
I talk to her every now and then. Yeah, that's me.
That's what she was trying to do too. She was trying to get into law school by building her own business and her own, you know. And I don't. It seems like she's abandoned that, but I know, like her too. She doesn't need college to tell her that she's a successful person and that she can, you know.
Or a piece of paper for that matter.
Yes.
I think the experience and your resume that like of action speaks for itself.
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
like a fighter. I beat all these guys. I don't need a credential. I beat them. That's undeniable.
What are some of the themes that you pursue in your work?
I like things to feel atmospheric, like the sense of either like feeling like lost or like sometimes I think like where would I want to be if I was listening to this song, or where would I want to be if like if you were in a world or a room and I want you to see things that are around you. So like most of the time I kind of want the viewer to feel something as like it's not normal. And it's like my friend Grim said, it's something, he said my work he sees it as it's ripped from another realm and thrown into somewhere where it's not supposed to be.
Yes, definitely.
So it's kind of how I take my music, because when I paint a lot of colorful things, like a lot of pinks. Pink's my favorite color.
Yeah.
So I paint a lot of pinks or purples and like blues and oranges and stuff like that. But I listen to dark music, so it's like a blend of them. Like how can I make something feel eerie in a way that's has color in it though? That's not like
you're aligning the mood all the way down to color. You know, I can see like it's just not just the sound, but your visuals too, and maybe at some point you taste it even. Maybe you know, it's just all about.
You can definitely see that in your work too. It always has like either it has just a dash of color in it, which stands out against all the black and white and geometrics especially, but sometimes you'll have that really colorful background with just a little bit of black and white. So I definitely see that mood. Either it's the dark mood with a little bit of light in it. It's like yin and yang almost.
Yeah, everything's balanced, honestly. Like that's what my friend Hernandez was telling her. Like I don't know why I gravitate like towards like negative. They're like not negative, but like dark things, you know. Because I'm a pretty happy person. I mean, I'm not like sad or anything like that. But she's like, you just gotta have a balance. Like life's a balance.
You have to have an outlet for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's true.
Can't be mad all the time.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal favorite pieces of yours?
I probably do, but I honestly don't know the names of them. But like the most recent one that I could probably name was the Delicate, actually, which was my first time doing this style. It was like gradients on top right, and then like this pixel analog glitches. I have that on the side, and then like have that like crossing over a checkered and like grids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it was something like I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm just gonna roll with it.
Is it digital or was it?
It's on Paint.
Oh really?
It's Paint. It's at the gallery actually at South by Southwest.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, that one's one of my favorite just because it's something that it's not uniform. Like how I usually have my work, like my geometric work. I usually have uniform. Like I'll have the checkers actually like being an actual layer, so the background will look like it's just like a puzzle, like it's supposed to be there. But this one I just kind of had an overlaying and just having the paint smear off running onto the checkers, so like it was
Oh cool.
yeah. And then I have like these paper tears with like checkers and grids on them, like overlaying on top of it, like if it was either being ripped open or something.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
see.
Yeah.
Is this on your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put it in the video.
Yeah, I was gonna
for
say,
it.
can you put the image of it on?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. What would be a dream project for you?
I honestly would. When I first started painting, it was murals. So I would love to be part of Powwow Long Beach or Powwow Hawaii. That's like one of my major things, like to be
Like
able to
bucket
paint
list?
a big wall, like like that's like my major thing for everyone to see and stuff like that.
Have you tried pursuing or asking anybody to paint a mural yet, or?
I painted one in 2017 in Salt Lake City, actually. My
Oh,
first
that's
mural.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's inside
It was like a little art, like collective gallery-ish thing. So it's
right.
in
I remember that.
That was my first one. It was crazy. It was cold.
Yeah.
I never went to Salt Lake City. It was free. It was like 20 degrees in Atlanta. It was like, this is not the life.
Did you like painting the mural itself?
Yeah, it was a fun process. Like it was my first time, so I didn't know like like the prep, you know, it's exhausting. That's never fun. Like having to like tip everything.
The
like,
prep and stuff, then putting it away and stuff too.
Learning all the proportions, like all that. It's a
taping up, I'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Like if someone told me to go do it now, I'd be like, especially with the work I'm doing, I'm like, I don't know if I'm like ready. You know? That's another thing. Like a lot of people, like that's off topic, but a lot of people like want to be somewhere like right now. Like I want to be famous tomorrow or something. But like you have to understand, like it's a process to get there. Like you have to learn like everything's
and
how
fail,
to get.
and like fail
it's not
miserably
easy.
too.
Definitely,
like,
you have to get back up.
Yes.
You know, it's not a 1, 2, 3 here's the opportunity. It's like,
you gotta hit the floor so often that it feels like a bed. You know,
yeah,
and
definitely.
At that point, then you're like, hey, what's the worst that could happen? Like just going up now.
That's one thing we always talk about. Like for me, I think of learning to eat or learning to walk. You know, you go and you fall a lot when you learn to walk, and when you're learning to eat, you get food everywhere, but you keep going and you keep trying and you keep learning.
You never say like, this isn't for me. You know?
I ain't gonna eat no more. That's a mess.
Or even Michael Jordan, who failed and missed all these shots, you know, and he kept going.
He made the ones that mattered most, right? Like the last buzzer beaters. I was showing her like this 4-minute video. I was like, look at the 100 best things he's ever done in his whole life. Look at him catch his son as he's being born. Like, man was such a great ball player, though.
He's a crazy guy, that's for sure.
Speaking of that, then, so what would you say success means to you?
As long as I have a lot of supporters, there's not really money. Like I'd be fine, like working a day job for the rest of my life. You know, as long as I have the time to be able to do what I like, which is painting and making digital work, then I'm okay. You know, as long as there's music around, I'm I'll feel happy as long as I'm doing something productive.
If you could wake up tomorrow with a new skill, what would it be?
Probably wood shop.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
People be building crazy furniture. Some of those industrial designers, I'm like, God, that's so cool. Like how I've seen a video recently, like they'll like shift a table, a circular table, and like it turns into like something even bigger. I'm like, how? These chairs come out of nowhere.
Yes, it's like ingenuity that goes with it.
Wild.
It's really cool.
Yeah, anything with hand to be hands on. Any type of skill, hands on, like welding's even, it's amazing.
Yes,
that's
welding
crazy.
I used to work for the carpenters for the city of LA.
Oh, really?
The local 409, and I was like the youngest dude. And man, we when the Christmas would happen, they had these the nativity scene. It's made out of oak. They're so heavy and they're as big as a human being.
Oh, damn.
But this dude named Maloney, he's an Italian dude. He was old. He's like in his hundreds at that time. And sweet old man. And he made them all by hand and put our carpenters that I worked for to shame. Just doing like little things like something broke or messed up. Yeah. We're like, fuck, man. Like, well, this is Maloney's. What are we going to do? And we would try and make it. And he'd look at the hand and be totally disappointed and then go and do it himself and then give it back to us. And yeah, man, that guy he had some really amazing craftsmanship. And there's another example of the guy came from Italy and came over here, didn't go to school, nothing. But all those guys did. They had to take a test, and they're not half the carpenter that man is.
Sometimes you have to go off textbook a lot of the time to learn something,
Especially, and he had like so much passion, like for his religion, so much passion. He wanted it to be beautiful.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to that old man, like on Mary's hand, apparently like when he was he cut his hand. And blood was on the back of her hand all the way, and he just left it. He was like, that's mine. That's mine.
My contribution to
that. Yeah, when we had to pull it out, he lived there. So we had to pull them out of his, like when it was time, pull him out of his home. Because he lived on Olvera Street. Like, lived there. It was really cool.
Dang. So last question. What is your best piece of advice for a young artist out there?
Don't have influences. Don't copy. A lot of the time, because it's hard for like when you're getting into art and stuff like that. Like you do end up copying. Like it's just instinct to copy, But eventually you have to find your own way to manipulate or to merge like what you'd want and something that inspires you. Just always stay productive. Honestly, like just keep moving forward. Like don't get caught in the idea that you're not good enough or you're not going to go anywhere, because you honestly will if you just put your mind to it. Like you're just telling yourself that because I don't know, you want to feel something, but don't do that. It's not healthy. It's it's gonna probably take you farther away from where you actually want to be. So just just go with the flow. Honestly, like just go in and day out. Like always think like, oh, this will look cool. Maybe if I like write it down or jot it down and go and eventually do it. Like so if it's art, the project I'm doing for the tape, like I was just driving the truck one day. I was like, it'd be cool if I get my friends and I just go do something. So I'm gonna do it. And
So you started that project.
Yeah, like one day I was like just driving the truck and I was like, my work truck, and I was like, it'd be cool. So like literally, I mean, like 10 minutes later, I just like message everyone like, hey, would you want to be part of the project? And, like, so the next day I just got like, I was Googling every day, all day, like the prices of things, like what I want, like I budgeted everything, like I already have everything calculated and stuff like that. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, like there's no excuses, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's just a day and age, like we have technology that has like literally
everything
we need, like for prints. So we're gonna get prints made, like quality prints. You know, people ask them, like,
which definitely I feel like makes the market a lot more competitive.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Since like you said, it is oversaturated, and it's.
But at the same time, like what he's saying too is that not everybody is doing it or taking advantage of it. Sometimes people are just using the internet just to talk shit about something on YouTube while they're taking a shit, you know, like just so they can do it. You know what I mean? Like that's all the use they're doing it for. They're not looking up things on how to be a better artist or be a better engineer or whatever. They're using it just to talk shit.
Yeah, just to mess around.
Or look at other people's stuff. And
and criticize, you know, and be like, hey, I can do better, but they don't do shit. Yeah, but go to work, you know.
And then you know why like they're where they are and you are where you are. You have to put your time in.
Trust, and we're outnumbered, man. There's so many more of those people out there than of just people who appreciate.
So. You have to bust your ass for if you want to get somewhere. I mean,
yes, definitely.
Hard work pays off. I mean, you have to, like you know, you're saying earlier, you have to get up, fail a couple times, and just keep on going.
Especially like if you're like just, it's calloused at some point. Like it just doesn't even bother you anymore. Just the flame just is there, but you're just like the heat doesn't bother.
Yeah.
You feel your own, man.
Well, that's it for this episode of Home Gallery Spotlights. Before I go, I wanted to let you guys know about some events coming up this month. Echoed Influence has their Game of Thrones premiere night on April 14th from 5 to 8 at the club. Send them a message if you want to reserve a spot for that. They also have game night at the club on April 19th, later in that week on that Friday, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and it is $10. And the $10 gets you, if you buy pre-sale, you get pizza, a snack, and a drink, and you get a spot for each tournament insured. If you do want to sign up though and you can't pay till then, just make sure you send us a message to reserve your spot in the tournament.
Nice.
And that's it. Thank you again, Andre, for coming in. It was awesome talking to you and hearing your perspective and everything going on in your world. You know what? The one thing I did forget to mention is your peel porn that you've been doing.
Oh, the tape. I don't think they go on. I don't know why.
So that's awesome. I love watching that, and I'm sure everyone else will. Again, thank you for coming in and taking the time to interview with us.
Lot, honestly.
And everyone else, thank you for listening. Please remember to give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to tune in next month.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, bye.